we have got NDL versus SCCC. For the side of NDL, we have got Shima, Gearing, Z, Moskva, Marseille, Des Moines, Ohio, and Ohio. For the side of SCCC, they have brought Yuyang, Gearing, Kleber, Moskva, Brisbane, Des Moines, Salem, Kremlin, and a Vermont. Be interesting to see how these teams play. Let's throw it up to the overview while we take a quick look at how they're going to spread out. Okay, so as we look into this start, a heavy push from NDL down the center. The fact that they've got all three of their DDs going to B, this could catch SCCC off guard. I don't think they'd be expecting that. Des Moines looking like he may cut out to watch over towards A, but we'll see where they position him. Shima Z52 heading in towards the caps, splitting their battleships and remaining cruisers equally. Looks like a fairly even split as well for the side of SCCC. Now let's keep an eye on this Yuyang. This Yuyang of Fuzzballs, he does have radar, but his ability to track and manage, and you're like, Minnie, which one's his? This one. This one is Fuzzball's line. Their ability to track and manage the push into B here is going to be critical for SCCC's ability to win. NDL, if they can take this early, they're in a really good spot. Now, Fuzzball's radars, they spot the Z52. The problem is, the only one that has angle besides him to shoot, really, is the Moskva. And the Moskva's kind of got to turn out, otherwise he's about to get slapped by an Ohio. So Yuyang opens up, starts putting damage down onto the Z52. The Brisbane has the angle now, and so they'll get some damage. They will get a very nice reset there. Kept him in there for as long as possible before he gets out. Got him for about 4k health for the cost of only 1,000. Does feel like a win. NDL with those ships on the edges of the islands. This is an interesting strat. You don't usually see this. You don't usually see that. Now, Fuzzball's still sitting there. B is being capped now, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. They got C, so they have the early lead courtesy of Disquarius Green's Kleber getting in there, and now he's going to run away. He's still under Moskva radar, and they get a decent chunk on him right there. Over 3k in damage. He's going to put out the spam back onto the Moskva, try to get some damage, but he takes the early disadvantage. 30-point lead for the side of SCCC right now. But they've taken a lot more damage than NDL has. Taken a lot more damage than NDL has. Now, the Gearing spotted, takes a chunk. Just a little bit of a hit from Greifer as the Brisbane continues to move. Signer's Nest in A, claiming it, giving a bigger lead to the side of SCCC. The Moskva of Ronaldo is now the focus target. So they've got a Salem, a Des Moines, and a Kremlin all in a position to work on him. Double fire feels pretty rough. He's trying not to DCP until he's sure he's protected. Problem is, I don't know if he can get easily protected. Looks like he's managed to do it. He does use the DCP. So they get 20k off him. They can't hit him anymore. That island just being high enough to protect, but they do get some nice shots from the Salem on the edge there. Bring him down to about 33k in healing. So as we look in here, and we see 2 caps to 1 for the side of SCCC. Their points lead is at 40 and climbing, but once again, except for the Moskva, oh my goodness, the Ohio just got slapped. I was gonna say except for the Moskva, but now NDL's starting to take some damage on other stuff, and so those shots, which had to be from the Kremlin onto Grave, really good hits. They get the fire on Ohio as well, and the Moskva of Ronaldo, almost gone. You're gonna expect to see, if they know how much damage they've done, you might expect to see the Salem consider looking for a push up there. Ohio on fire, retreating out. Shots over at the Des Moines. SCCC in a good spot right now. SCCC in a real good spot right now. I mean, the Moskva's almost gone. The Ohio's been shunked majorly. Your Vermont, yeah, is taking damage. Your Des Moines about to take some decent damage right there, but you've still got a good positioning here. Yu Yang spots the Z52. This is going to be a big fight. Yu Yang pops the radar, keeps the spotting on the Z52. Yu Yang trying to get out of there. Yu Yang down to 13k and change, but he does get the Z52. Still holding about a 4k lead on the Z52, which is really good for him. And with the radar coming out there from the Moskva, the Yu Yang can continue to just retreat and try. Or no, that's not the Moskva, pardon me. Or, yeah, that is the Moskva. The Fuzzballs Yu Yang can retreat, take advantage, and try to finish him off. Though we're going to follow these shells in right here. Because if these shells... just going to miss because the Des Moines backed up. Those were decent otherwise. So, Z52 still on radar for the next 5 seconds. Fuzzball's trying to finish him. He's got him at 1900. Down to 1600, but he manages to get dark. So unless there's a fire right there... Oh, they almost got him. He manages to get away, and so he is going to live to fight another day for the moment. Points lead up to 140, 130, 140 in climbing. And the Salem of Littorio just gets deleted by the Ohio. Ohio manages to back out, deletes him. First blood, 7.5 minutes in, goes to NDL, and now that points lead rapidly drops. And that Moskva is still alive. 8k, but still alive. And that's the biggest problem for SCCC right now. Z52, low. Moskva, low. Ohio was lower than that, but they haven't finished off any of the targets. Gotta watch out for this fight between Agu and Signers. And they get the Moscow finally. Now, there's no radar for 50 seconds on the Brisbane. There's no radar right now available on the Brisbane. So right now as we're watching this map, it's still a fairly balanced map state. Some advantages for both sides. Okay, so Signer's Nest now spotted. Des Moines of Tox Magic gets there, but Greifer also spots in. And so now that's going to be able to build the reset in that SCCC needs. They'll get the... or not yet. They will force NDL out of the map. Out of the cap. And they get the Z-52. That Z-52 that was so low gets hit by the Vermont. And now it's a one-ship lead for the side of SCCC. And here comes the B push now. Also, Des Moines in a world of hurt. Kremlin and doesn't have the shot yet. But the Des Moines is whittling down Alexander 777. And if the Kremlin keeps moving back, he'll have shot pretty soon as well. Undetected for the moment, but we'll keep an eye out. Now, Greifer has had to retreat because he's been clapped down to 16k. Gearing backing off as well. A will be contested and taken, but SCCC is now up to 800 points. And if this Des Moines goes down, which there's a very decent chance that he does, that is a major problem for NDL because they're running out of time. Even with the caps, they still lose by 2 minutes right now. And there's a fire on their Des Moines. Their Des Moines using the heal. But you can see the focus. And keep an eye out for the Vermont. Vermont doesn't have the guns aimed for it. Otherwise, I would say that it would happen. But keep an eye out on this Des Moines. Down to 13k. Getting whittled a little bit every time. Yu Ying not farming him right now. That man definitely in trouble. Uses the DCP. And now moving forward, down at 9,700. Shots out to the Ohio. And now that 9-10 push is coming in. You can see the Des Moines and Kremlin moving across and kind of pinching NDL in. 3 minutes until the side of SCCC wins. Smoke coming in to smoke up the Des Moines. And there's a Shimikaze. Fuzzballs has to move. The Marseille goes down to fire in shots on the flank. And now it's a 2-minute victory for SCCC. SCCC looking to start off strong here. That is a kill on the Shimikaze. And with the Des Moines about to go down, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. SCCC is going to take this game. And they are... Oh! It just barely happens in time. The Ohio gets the Brisbane kill right as it would have closed the game out. Minute and 15 now until SCCC wins. Man, talk about getting it yanked away from you there. Literally half a second more, and I believe that would have ended it. Ohio takes a 17k smack from the Kremlin, but still down to 54 seconds. Yu Ying is going to back in here to B. It won't make a big difference on the time, but SCCC is looking to close it out. They're up by 3 ships. They're up by 400 plus points, and they want to be up in the groups 1-0. Fire in on the Kremlin, or Ohio doesn't have DCP. Also has to watch out for these torps. And ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be real tight. He is not gonna dodge that torp, ladies and gentlemen. And that will kill, and that will do it. And SCCC, ladies and gentlemen, will win the series 1-0. That was a strong game.